Hello, my angels, and welcome back to a new day, a new reading. I want to see what this collective is, so to speak, going through, what is on your mind, what is going on in that beautiful mind of yours. So let's see the collective we are doing this reading for today. What are they dealing with? Okay. So we have love. I'm just going to say going in deeper with the depth. That word in me, it won't align. That in itself could be a message. Going over something that does not align in this moment of time. You are thinking about a bluff here. Someone that has been pretending, maybe wearing a mask, right? And you are going within yourself, which is good. But what I am a bit on the defense with here is that breaking point. If it's you, collective, maybe you are reaching a breaking point when it comes to someone here that you think has been wearing a mask, that has been pretending. You are truly diving into the depths of yourself when it comes to the importance of this situation, becoming aware of certain things. But if you're finding yourself being at a breaking point, reaching a final straw, I hope it's not within the lens of wanting necessarily to reach out, wanting answers from this person. If it is, there could be some kind of pull within you that you need to be on top of, if you get what I'm saying. But I want to see a bit further when it comes to this bluff. So something here, there was an intimate bond, right? It could have been quite sensual. It could have been a place where you truly were within this dynamic of enjoying each other's company, right? That could have been something you did together, lying and reading, or you could love books, right? Love to read. And it's a bit sad if you think that someone was pretending, wearing a mask right through this bond that you were creating. I just want one more. And then we have masculine, divine masculine. This card says, I'm a bit on the defense if that is truly the energy. I think within this moment of time, it's more, you could be looking at this person as your divine masculine energy, right? The yang to your yin, but a masculine energy, right? And maybe that's something you are reflecting upon, that you thought that they were within that energy when you were maybe together, or you have been thinking about them in that lens afterwards. But you're becoming aware of something here when it comes to them. Again, I'm being taken back to that mask. That mask in itself is just truly standing out to me. Not quite being sure of what was behind that in a way. What about the diving in deeper here, my angels? What about that? Yeah. So like I said, I think you are truly within that reflection, what was behind that mask. We have the fantasy. It's about daydreaming, imagining, and fantasizing. So you would truly be reflecting upon what truly went on within your guys' dynamic. Was it all just a fantasy? Was it all just created by you in your mind? Was this even real? And that is a bit sad. makes me think that maybe something has come across your table in some way, shape, or form. Let it be physically, through mutual friends, through just hearing from someone, maybe something that has stirred up something within you, making you reflect upon this. And as well, it could be energetically, right? But again, we will get a bit more into it, collective. I'm very intrigued, so to speak, by this breaking point, what's behind that. So it's the lusting, the forbidden, the non-committal sexual energy. So you could truly be feeling that something is pulling within you when it comes to that. And then we have the twin flame. So that's the mirror, right? Shared feelings and reflection. I am not getting an energy that says this is necessarily shared feelings. It feels like it is, again, we're doing what you are going through within your process of thought, right? I think it's more within the lens of you are reflecting upon this collective. It doesn't seem like this has been shared, this has been talked about, and maybe that's the thing you truly are wanting, because you are becoming aware of certain, maybe patterns, but at least a cycle in which you are within right now. But you're trying to release this, you're trying to let it go, you're trying to move on and walk away from this situation. Maybe because the things you are coming into awareness of is truly making you wanting to do that. Again, I'm hearing this, what was this all for? I'm feeling a bit of sadness within me. So you wouldn't be in this moment of time releasing it with strength. You are more within a heavy heart when it comes to this release. And I get that. If you think this is all just a fantasy created within your own mind, and it was all a bluff, it was all a pretend, that would be hard. All right? But then again, are you seeing it right? Because to come into any kind of release when it comes to something you are connected to, you're not doing it right if you're not doing it with strength and an inner knowing of, well, this had to happen. Because look at what it's learning me. Look at what it's teaching me. Look at what I am becoming aware of when it comes to me. And instead of sitting in any kind of, not necessarily craving, but any kind of heaviness, right? Releasing through that. It's not doing it correctly. And I'm not saying it to point a finger at you, collective. I'm only telling you this so you can become, again, even more aware. Because it's an important question to ask yourself. Why that heaviness is within your heart when it comes to releasing whatever this is, right? I hope it makes sense. I want a bit more when it comes to that pretending. So you could have been holding out quite for some time for some kind of apology or a return from this person, thinking that they were gonna come in and say they were sorry. Maybe talking about how kindly you are. I think that's something you are as well, maybe shifting towards, that you were truly kind, that you were kind of graceful. I'm finding it hard to find the right words within this moment of time, which indicates for me that, again, within your throat chakra, you are not in complete, honest truth when it comes to what you're speaking to yourself in this moment. And there is a block there, and it's there for a reason. So what about that apology? And then we have some conflicted energy here, which means, again, with the decision making and very hot and cold. So you could again be reflecting upon this when it comes to this person. I am not getting that you have necessarily received any kind of apology that makes you reflect upon their wearing a mask. I think it's more within the process of thought that you do not trust them in this moment of time due to what you have been shown, right? It seems like it was all just a fantasy. And I think you're coming in and out of it, wanting that apology, that sorry, that return from them, but then going to reflecting upon, well, me, myself, my grace and my charm, my kind heart, and going back and forth within that. I want this. But I want to see how the universe is viewing this in this moment of time. How's the universe viewing this? So Phoenix, Hammer, and the Runner. So through this energy, right, connected to the Runner, there has been sabotage here. There has been something here, well, it says so, working on it, right? But you truly needed to work on yourself when it comes to this. And they are saying up above that you are truly coming into this Phoenix phase, which is all about growing, right? Transforming, learning something new, changing one's mind when it comes to something. I don't think that this person has come into trying to rebuild anything when it comes to this. I think it's again what you are reflecting upon. I think you have wanted that for quite some time, but then again, you are coming into an awareness that says that this was all a pretend, which is sad. Because that mask is there for a reason. What is it teaching you? Do you get what I'm saying? We talk about it a lot here on my channel on being grateful for everything, even the hard things. There's always something to be grateful for, because what you are learning within this moment of time is valuable to you, to your growth, for you to transform. So instead of sitting within conflict with yourself, thinking they are just pretending they wore a mask through this whole situation, give them that grace and that kindness that you do perceive within you, right? So thank them. Thank them for this lesson. Because what it is making you do is to Phoenix. That's something to be very grateful for, collective. And I do not think that you are within that process of thought within your mind, because there's a reason why we say everything in a reading, right? But I want one more for that, the Phoenix, the Chaser. So truly a twin flame collector, right? The Runner, Chaser, that dynamic. So you would have been quite codependent to this person, and it made you run after them, right? Maybe you wanted certain answers. And again, I think you wanted an apology for what went down within this dynamic. I have said that quite some times, but this person is within that runner energy still. This is from the universe, right? So they would have the fear of intimacy. And if they are, again, having a lot of fear that you are not aware of, it can look like they are wearing a mask, but it's not deliberately that they're doing that. And I think you think it is. This person is running because they are not ready to face themselves. And they are running because they are not ready to see what that mirror is reflecting to them. It's more within a lens of not feeling sorry for them, but having that kindness that you do have within your soul collective. To find that within the situation and look upon that person as they don't know anything better. So that's why they run. And that is sad. They haven't come into the realizations that they need. So again, release this with strength, because in this moment of time, we clearly do not align, and that is totally okay. They're on their journey, I'm on my journey, right? But it's good that you are coming into a Phoenix period with this chasing energy. But with that pull you're feeling within this moment of time, truly be on top of it. Know that it is there for you to break that cycle, break that layer within you. So if you feel that chaser energy, because it's still present here, right? The universe says, do not give in. Be stronger than the lost and the forbidden. I don't think it's necessarily anything sexual when it comes to this collective. But you know it's forbidden in this moment of time. So don't give in to wanting to reach out to this person. Surrender to the feeling. Surrender to the knowing that everything that is meant to be will always be. And you chasing this person won't benefit you in any way, shape, or form. It's something that you then need to heal, right? Does it make sense? I want one more for that. But heart with a key. And that is beautiful, collective. There's nothing wrong with having love for a person, but knowing that within this moment of time, we do not see eye to eye when it comes to this situation. We are not on the same page of the same book. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's simply the journey. Because it's not about ending up together. It's about finding what in you needs healing, right? So you can truly come home to yourself. And there would be a lot of reflection that you are coming in to do to this person and what they are teaching you. Again, something to be grateful for. So that release, do it with strength. Do it with understanding. Do it with that power within yourself of gratitude to the situation, right? Let's see a bit more here, collective, when it comes to you. I'm just gonna tuck these away and we will get in a bit further. We'll get in a bit further. I actually feel called. That has been some time. But when it comes to collective and that phoenix, So we have 4 and 40. 4 must be significant for you, collective, in this moment. But it's about higher power, not as beautiful. So it's all about coming in, right, to a higher power, seeing the source of energy in all things, committing to partnership with spirit. That is beautiful. What does it says? This card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and making things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. All this time, you needed to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you could even know. You are always protected and divinely directed. And that is beautiful, and you truly would be, collective. You truly would be. So don't doubt yourself and this journey that you are on. It's to make you become more aware, right? To truly tap in to the gifts that you do have within. To walk through all of the fires that you need so you can learn the lessons that you need within this lifetime, right? Noticing that, isn't it called a cheater? Or what do you call them? I think called that. However, it seems significant. It's standing out to me. But 40. So creative, right? Art, inspiration, fruition, I think you say fruition? I think you say it like that. And manifestation. So you truly would be in that lens, right? Of coming into some kind of creation, but within yourself and within the higher power, right? Gaining more awareness. And that was a thing for you with the diving in deeper card, right? Becoming more aware. I just think it's within your process of thought where it needs to shift from that person to you. What are you learning? Again, that chaser energy of always putting it on them. I know for the right collective, what I'm saying now will make sense, but always putting it on them. Take that power back to you. What are you learning? What are you gaining information about? What are you becoming aware of when it comes to you? And that shift needs to take place so you can release that chaser energy and focus on you and what you need to learn. Because this journey is for you, you know? And you can't make anyone see anything they're not ready to. If they're wearing a mask or not, again, who cares? Let them wear that. What is it teaching you? You know? It's a valuable lesson. All lessons are in their own rights. My universal truth. But this oracle message, you may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact, you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, belief, intention, and actions. Yet you must consider what you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call higher power. You are a spark of intelligence that work that works through you, nudging you with inspired thoughts and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality blending with universal spirit. You are a product of spirit. No, you are a product of divine inspiration. And now you are aligned with the to create miracles. I am butchering this sentence. I'm sorry. When you view your life as art, as art, and know you are co-creating it, only beauty and grace results. Prepare to be amazed. And that is true. Again, like I said, about finding the gratitude in it. The more grateful you are for things, the more things you will see within your life to be grateful for, because you're truly coming into that understanding. Everything is to be grateful for. Everything. Even the mundane, even the silence, even the pretending, the gaslighting, the whatever, right? Because what is it teaching you? It's something so profound. And within the moment, it can be very hard to see. But there's always something to be grateful for in every moment, however hard it may be. So truly being able to shift your mindset and not putting it towards that person. If they are wearing a mask, who cares? Let them wear it. What is it teaching you? Instead of giving that focus and that energy onto that person, take it back to you. And I'm even hearing it, so I'm going to say it, but are you wearing a mask when it comes to certain things within your life? And that is why it's so easy for you to pinpoint it to that person, but that awareness haven't quite come to your table. But are you being truthful? Are you wearing a mask towards certain people because it's easier than truly saying what you're thinking, what you're feeling? Does it make sense? And I'm getting that feeling as well that you are coming into some sort of power when it comes to your throat chakra, because I'm feeling it a bit hard to sometimes speak and get my voice out. And that in itself, like I said before, is a message. It's like I said, it is a message. I think you're coming into more power when it comes to that, of standing in your truth, right? And speaking it with passion. And regeneration, 46. Beautiful angel number, by the way. That was 44. But rebirth, right? The same as the phoenix. Second chance and new opportunities. Second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunity you thought were dead and now reviewed is a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you have been perceiving as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful, growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wonderful ways. And it's true, right? Without anything ending, how will anything new ever come across us again? When a door is closing, another one is opening. And like I said, I don't think you see it in that lens in this moment, and that would be why this reading is finding you, because you need to shift that perspective within your mind of not sitting in any kind of sadness. Like I said, I felt the heaviness seeing that release card within my heart space. There is a heaviness there. Go reflect on that. Go find that understanding of why it is heavy to release that person in this moment of time, of coming into that understanding. We do not align right here, right now. You are not where I need you to be, but I am not where I want to be either. To truly come into that higher power within yourself and your spirit team, your journey, and where you want to go, right? Gaining more awareness and understanding. But let's see. Where do we go from here, collective? I want to get these to see a bit further when it comes to what you're coming into. So what you're coming into, collective. I think I'm saying it right, but humility, right? Humbleness, right? Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. About that gratitude, right? Truly. And that is being humble. That is knowing that what you have is something to be grateful for, and show that grace and kindness, because you do perceive it within already. But you put it towards that person instead of yourself. And I don't think you see it like that within this moment of time, but that is as well chasing energetically. You need to let this be for now, collective, and truly come into that gratitude for what you are learning, and send that person thanks. Thank you for teaching me this lesson. I am grateful for it, even the pain. I am grateful for it, because look at how I am growing from it. Look at what I am learning from this pain. And that is truly coming in and being able to transform through emotions, being an alchemist, right? Trust and receiving. So you're truly coming into something beautiful here, collective. And you are. I know it was the phoenix coming out, but I truly think that you have been this little cocoon butterfly, and you're being almost ready. I'm going to say it like that, to spread your beautiful wings by coming into this phoenix with power and understanding for why things needed to happen the way they did, right? Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longest trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. And it is true to give it over to them, right? Because there would be a longing, we see that. You feel like you are at a breaking point. I think you're wanting to reach out, like I said. But that is that chaser energy, and you're coming in to close that cycle. So don't give in to that pull that you're feeling. Instead, sit in the emotion. And by all the other things that you are diving in deeper with when it comes to that person, like I said, get it back to you. Why do I feel that pull? What is it within me that I am not seeing? Where is it that I am lacking that understanding with myself? And that cycle needs to be closed, right? So something new can blossom, something even better. And not being in any kind of scarcity about, well, what will happen if this person doesn't come back? Then it was never meant to be, right? What is meant for you will always be for you. If they are at the end of your red thread, they will always be there. It just takes time. And you do not know the timing of things, right? It's divine time. It's not the ego's timing. We talk about that as well over here. So coming into that understanding of doing this with grace, with kindness, with love, with understanding for yourself, and trusting whatever will be, whatever it's meant to be will always be, right? Trust your journey and trust your team to guide you through this so you can receive. Every day it becomes easier to receive the higher divine plan and to trust my inner guidance, just like I said. And it is. It's getting easier day by day, right? And in some given point of time, you won't even feel it in that way that you're doing now, because you would truly be feeling all of these things stirring up within you and finding it hard to pinpoint it. But just know, and again, trust. Just like everything else, the more we do it, the easier it becomes, right? It becomes this habit within us. So at some given point of time, you won't even take notice of it. It will just be something you do naturally by listening to your vessel, because you have gotten to know it, right? So you will start to see the repeated lessons and the patterns, and it will become, again, easier to break it because you are more aware. And that's what you're coming into, more awareness within your higher self. And that is beautiful. Again, something to be grateful for. Where do we go from here, collective? Are we going to do a bit of tarot for you as well? Maybe I feel called to do that. So let's see what kind of message, what Spirit wants to say to this collective. But the Hanged Man in reverse. What does it say? I'm finding it hard to read this. But unsatisfied, right? Lack of effort, unseen, stuck in the present state, unwilling to give up the past. And you truly need to, collective. You need to give up the past to have something of a beautiful present, right? And that is the thing. Sitting in the present, as the word says itself, it's a gift. This present, right here, right now, is a gift. If you're finding yourself being stuck within the past, how will you ever be grateful for what you have in this moment? And if you're finding yourself being more gravitated toward always shifting your process of thought to, well, what does the future entail? You are not grateful again for your present. To be able to sit here in the now and feel what needs to be felt, see what needs to be seen, understanding what needs to be understood. You're coming in to that temperance energy within yourself, within your vessel. Because this is not stuck. This is not releasing. Can you say it like that? It's shifting that perspective within you when it comes to that. That this all had to happen for a reason. It was always meant to be like this. Because again, what is it teaching you? Makes sense? And then the Chariot. So there is forward movement within you, collector, right? There is forward movement. And it's all about staying consistent as well, right? To your journey, to your achievements, to the progress that you are making. You may not be able to see it or feel it within this moment, but there is. And instead of questioning yourself when it comes to this, get on that chariot. Get on it. Focusing on what you can achieve. What is tangible to you in this moment of time, right? What are you able to put in your energy into. Maybe it's something creative, right? Maybe you have felt a call to start drawing or start expressing yourself in some way, shape, or form when it comes to art. And art can be so many things. Again, isn't it only us, ourselves, that determines if something is art, right? Art can be everything, anything that makes you feel something, right? That could be something that you're coming into or you feel a pull towards. And I'm seeing a camera in my mind, so maybe you have started taking pictures of certain images, like different kind of lighting and stuff. And that could be something. I'm seeing it in my mind. And Six of Pentacles. Knowing in what amount to give to that situation, right? And again, with the gratitude for what we do have. Because if you look at him on the card, he is the one with all the pentacles, giving it to people that does not have what he has. He's holding a scale within his hand, right? It's balanced. But also getting into that understanding of what is equal give and take for me. And being able to share the gift, again, the not the wealth I was about to say, but the gratitude, right? And it could be something about, again, what you are learning on this path of your spirituality, of sharing that with people within your life. Because what you are learning is a valuable lesson, and someone will be able to learn that from you because you have walked through it, right? Makes sense? I'm hearing that for a reason. There was a lot here. Way too many. And that's good. The Five of Cups in, I was about to say in return. In reverse, that word completely vanished. But it's about looking at hope, right? Opportunities, acceptance of the situation as well. So you would be truly, again, you are within that shift. There's just a seed within your mind. And again, with my throat chakra, it's like what you're saying, it's not quite right. So you need to come into that shift. So you are truly able to phoenix from this situation, right? And move forward with that chariot, full steam ahead, focusing on your achievements in life and staying consistent when it comes to your own growth and your own healing, showing up each and every day, however hard it may be, but choosing to show up because that is what's best for you and your highest good, right? What about that Hangman in reverse? And then the Tower in reverse. So a tower in reverse is not necessarily a good thing. The tower upright is often perceived as something quite scary, right? But it doesn't have to be. It depends on, again, how you choose to look at the situation. But you could be avoiding that within this moment of time. It's about something here you are suppressing, right? Conscious suppressing and circumstances, inability to change and limiting your own freedom. And you are, because you're staying stuck to this situation. You are choosing to stay in the past, right? Not releasing it to come in, like we said, into that present of the now. But again, make that tower fall. Let it get upright, because it's to transform you. It's not something to be afraid of. Again, with that release we have talked about. Truly understanding and knowing that what is meant for you will always be for you. So if something about destruction is coming to your table, don't fear it, welcome it. Have the understanding of, well, all of this needed to fall away. It was not serving me. It's not a punishment. It's for me to clear my path, removing all of the old that does not serve. Let that be within the past, right? Makes sense? Yes. So you can come into that Empress and High Priestess, that awareness. These two. That is wild energy, collective. That is wild energy. Being so grounded and so connected within yourself, right? Truly understanding your worth, truly understanding what it is that you are able to create. Because you are living it. What you give your energy to and what you think and feel up here is what you're creating out there. Does it make sense? It's powerful energy, but you need to be able to release and trust, surrender, have that gratitude. It all needed to happen this way. So you're carrying that within right here, right now. But you're suppressing it. For what? That's something you need to ask yourself, collective. Not about that chariot, my angels. Again, with the Ten of Swords. Letting that go, right? Choose that victory within yourself. To have that control, determination when it comes to your journey. This had to happen. All of that pain. It had to happen. Because what are you learning? What are you coming into? You wouldn't be coming into that energy if you hadn't walked through that. So let yourself take the final steps when it comes to this, of truly releasing, not holding on to it, because it truly is not serving you. You are like I am seeing that just a couple of more steps to the edge. So let yourself be flicked off that edge and just fall with trust. That trustful song, do you know that? It's a trust song. I think it's a love song. However, so you can come into that. Trust them. Trust your angels. Trust your spirit team. And if it helps you gaining that trust, ask for certain specific signs when it comes to that, to truly let you know there's nothing to fear. If you feel fear is stirring up within you, find an outlet for it, right? You do not need to be controlled by that fear. It's only because it's something new, you haven't done it before. Makes sense? And then the Page of Swords. It's strong will, sharp intelligence, deep insight. It's the ability to adapt. And there is definitely that. You need to adapt to the now, to the situation that you are in. How all of those swords within the back of your back made you feel. Again, what did it make you transform into? Could there as well be someone looking within in some way, shape, or form? Yeah, but it's not what this reading is about. This is finding you to gain understanding and to truly come into strength when it comes to this release. Shifting that perception within your mind. It had to happen this way, collective. And even though it's hard to see in this moment of time, out on the other side, you will understand. So trust. Six of Pentacles. The Emperor sideways. And then the Death. So that masculine energy, right? That we saw within the beginning of the reading. There wasn't an equal balance here, right? You would have been giving more, and we see that to the situation. And let that death come in to transform this for them as well. Because you will be releasing so much energetically when it comes to them, so then they are able to learn something, right? It's all about trusting right now for this collective. Trusting in your journey, trusting in your threats, trusting in that this person, just like you, are able to grow and transform through the obstacles. If you truly believe that they are your mirrored soul, that they are a true reflection of you, just like you are able to grow, to transform, to come into more wisdom, they are the same. It may take them, in your perspective, longer, but you are the one who awakened first, right? So again, having that understanding, it all needed to happen in this way. And we are not aligned in this moment of time, and that is not something to be sad about. It just means that I have something to come into that I need to see and understand and gain awareness with. Because look at what is waiting for you. The Empress and the High Priestess. That is powerful. That is not an energy you do not want. That is beautiful energy. Yes. The Five of Swords in reverse. So ending that conflict, but within their own process of thought, right? Be washed away from sin and put an end to the malicious rumors or slanders. This says, I do not know about that. But truly releasing that conflict, the back and forth, the hot and cold within your mind. That is beautiful. And could they as well be coming into that by that energetically release you're doing? Again, everything is possible. Five of Cups in reverse. Three of Wands. So truly, what is it that you're seeing for your future? Focus on that. And that is where you need to hop into that chariot, right? Steady forward movement. But where do you want to go? Look up from that mountain and see what's around you. The expansion, the foresight, the advancements, and effort, right? True effort and hard work, it is. It's not easy to come into, but it's waiting for you. And the Four of Pentacles, I'm normally not that fond of him, but when it comes to this, I'm hearing more within holding that vision that you're coming into when it comes to the future, where you want to go. Where do you want to put in that hard work? What is it that you're seeing for your future? Hold on to that. Because he is a bit, well, yes, possessed. He's just sitting there holding on to his pentacle for dear life. I don't want to let it go. But he has to, you know. But in this case, I think it's more spirit saying hold on to that vision. Not for dear life. And again, it's all about trusting for you and surrendering to what is in this moment. But you need to have that outlook. But I want one more for the Four of Pentacles. The Sun. So the Sun collective can shine again. All about the achievements, right? The opportunities, the self-confidence, the enlightenment. The clear thinking, happiness and prosperity. Can I show you the card? I'm just going to cover up the naked baby in the picture. But that sun, it's also a lot about masculine energy. I know that, but it would be within you. Again, the chariot is all about being balanced within the feminine and masculine energy, right? And we do have the emperor and the empress on the spread as well. So truly having that belief of balancing out yourself within your vessel, coming into that beautiful sun energy within you, right? It's exciting times for this collective. I just want to get you a message from Spirit. It's the animal cards, and I want to see what they want you to, so to speak, understand within this moment of time when it comes to these. Oh, so the gorilla and the cat. You could have seen that lately. Maybe you went to the zoo, or maybe you have watched, what's that lady's name? I don't think she's alive anymore, but she made that documentary like back, I'm saying the 60s. Was it the 60s? I think it was. But she lived out in the jungle, right? Where she got quite the bond to a tribe of monkeys. That could be something that you have seen. I haven't seen that in ages. I think I saw it when I was in my 20s. That has been a hot minute. But take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. That could be something there, collective. And I did say that with the balance you were coming into, right? There is something about you walking this path so you are able to give that wisdom you're coming into to someone else. That could be within your family, and it doesn't have to be like literally blood family. We can have family that we have chosen ourselves. Again, my universal truth. So very close friends from childhood, or, but the cat, it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over dependency on others. It is to truly stand in your own power and understanding just how magical that you are, and you need someone just as magical by your side. I just want one more, my angels. How long have I taken? Oh, it's not that bad. That's too many. But that's, I don't know how to say that animal in English. And the polar bear. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to the outcome. Like I said, that throat chakra, you will start to feel that clearance within it. Truly. To have that strength for yourself and speak with so much volume and understanding, right? It's very beautiful what you're coming into, collective. So let's get you a message card to finish up this reading. Wait. Oh, that was maybe way too many. Just one more, my angels. Have more faith in yourself. Be proud of how you are navigating every curveball that life throws at you. How you deal with those times show your true inner resilience. Nothing can break that. That in itself is an inspiration for others. Keep shining your light. Sit in silence for a moment and listen. The answers you have been seeking are finally coming to you. Truly trust and believe that you are going to make it and be exactly where you need to be. We are on this journey with you. Hang in there. It is not much longer. And it's not. You can see that the energy you're coming into is chef's kiss. Look past what you feel are your incapabilities. Instead, focus on everything that you have achieved so far. It's okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind that they do not define you. Your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see, and that is true. And that is true. So again, don't be burdened by the past here, collective. You have so much you're coming into and truly needing to trust that. And you're in a season of transforming in this moment of time. So let yourself be transformed and amazed by the energy you're coming into. I'm seeing that card in my mind better than you could believe. That was beautiful reading. I enjoyed that. I just wanted to finish off by giving you some dices with, oh, what was that? A C. C could be significant. That could be your initial or something very, what did you say? Personal, maybe connected to you with the C. However, dices. Angel numbers you need to look into, specific dates to tie you to this reading, house number, car plate numbers, signs that you are receiving when it comes to numbers, maybe amount of money you have just spent when you went grocery shopping, whatever it may be. Let's see. So 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That could be something that you're seeing. And then 10 and 12 as well. So if we look into like maybe this, I'm hearing that started to happen around December. December could have been a significant month for you, collective. Oh, I'm so bad at numbers and dates and stuff. I'm gonna be honest. It's not my strongest force within this, but we're still doing it because we are expanding and learning and growing, right? Just like you are, collective. So facing my fear with numbers. But if we look upon this month, right? March, the 2nd of March, something could have started again with the awareness, the 4th and the 5th, right? This could have been significant dates when it came to that. And then the 10th and the 12th as well could be significant. If we look upon next month, we have again the 2nd, the 3rd, the 5th, the 5th, the 10th and the 12th as well. So there could be quite a significant dates when it comes to your journey, collective. When we look upon May, we have the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 10th, and the 12th as well. That could be very significant. But 2, 3, 4, 5, I think you're seeing that quite regularly right now. It's standing out to me. I'm just going to give you some initials as well that would be spelling out a message for you. And that was N. So CNN has fallen out. Oh, that's the TV channel, right? CNN. Maybe you're watching a lot with the news and what is going on within this world in this moment. Crazy. If you, okay. H, W, Z, S, B, Y, V, K, X, G, T, L, N, D, B, G, G, M, F, M, P, I, M, G, W, K, S, D, X, S, and G. That was quite a lot of G's as well. Your name could be Gigi. Don't you say it like that. However, that was the reading for today, my angels. Thank you so much for watching, for tapping in and tuning in and listening. And I will see you another day, another time, in another reading. Bye, my angels. Much love.